Something I forgot to mention when I was in Lviv about the trams. Didn't get to travel on many trams, unfortunately. The tram which got me to the train station from the centre worked perfectly well. Something to bear in mind, the fee is 10 hryvnia for one person. If, however, you've got baggage with you, and that's debatable. What size backpack are we talking about? Wheelie trolley? Well, the wheelie trolley is clearly luggage. Backpack, if it's staying on your back, or if you just put it down between your feet, should there be an extra charge for that? Play it safe, pay an extra 10 hryvnia, so ask for один человек plus bagage, hand the driver through the little slot at the front of the tram, that's where you need to enter, put your 20 hryvnia through there, get 2 tickets, and then validate them that way manually. Punch the tickets so you've got them in your hand. Therefore, if an inspector should ask you, hey, where's the ticket for the baggage? Because they might interpret any backpack you're carrying as baggage. You don't want to have problems, a fine. I've been in this situation when I was here some years ago with Nick the Australian. And luckily, various people on the tram decided to stand up for us to say, well, look, these guys have just got backpacks on their backs and they're not causing any problem. Therefore, they shouldn't have to pay for that. And you see a lot of local people in Ukrainian cities who will, particularly from the market, for example, have not big baggage, not big luggage, but they'll be shifting big stuff, you know, using the tram almost as a personal courier. And they don't necessarily pay any extra than just one ticket for one person. Of course, you can do these things on your phone these days because Ukraine is modernizing rapidly and they're right up there with Estonia when it comes to doing everything regarding these type of transactions, banking. As I've discovered today, they're way ahead of what I can cope with. You can pay for your tram tickets, but I like the method of knowing I've got the 2 paper tickets which I can show the inspector just in case I have a deja vu moment and end up with a conductor who wants to fine me severely for not having the correct ticket or tickets for my transportation from A to B. That's one thing I was going to mention. Useful tip, I think. You may care to disagree in the comments if you wish. Something else I wanted to mention was I was reading about the history of trams in Lviv, and they were first mooted as a possibility as early as 1850. In real terms, nothing happened until 1879 when they got the first horse-drawn trams. Then when 1888 came along, there was the possibility of steam trams. Interesting, eh? But that didn't really take off. And when the horse-drawn trams actually did finally get replaced by electric trams, apparently there was a near riot because the wives of the men who were driving the horse-drawn trams were so angry that their husbands were going to be put out of work that they pelted the drivers of the new replacement trams with tomatoes and eggs. Girl power, eh? Standing up for their man. It just tickled me. Shouldn't tickle you perhaps when you think that men, providers for their families, were being put out of work by modernisation, but it's the same the world over, isn't it? It's called progress, allegedly. Anywho, that was just a little bonus, which you may or may not find of interest. Ciao, ciao.